Welcome back to another video on Field of Play TV. Here with my boy Sanch as always to chop it up and, you know, shine light on what's been a eventful start to the Premier League season. What are you telling me, bro? You good?
I'm good, bro. You?
I'm steady, man. I can't lie, man. You know.
Mate, I don't know how you do it, mate. You and your predictions and your positive. And I respect it though, man. Your positivity.
What are you talking about, though?
Like just United and stuff, mainly.
United.
Yeah,
nah, bro.
of course.
It's not even adapting anymore. I'll be real with you still.
What
Reality, innit? Reality,
Facts.
It's the reality. Sometimes, you know what I mean. You're optimistic about your season. You think things are gonna go in a certain way. You kind of have already pre-planned certain signings, like, yeah, this signing's going to come in, change things. But, yeah, it's not always how it seems. So, I got to hold that. As a fan base, we've got to hold that. And, yeah, man, it's been a crazy one still. I would like to talk about United first, yeah, but, you know, we're not... unless you're trying to say that we're in a title race or something... I thought I was gonna get something there from him. Yeah, so
no, we're closer than I thought we'd be. So
you're shameful for that, you know? I got him. I got him.
Bro, we're close to the pack than I thought we'd be at this point of the season.
Yeah.
After the last few weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk the guys that are at the top at the minute. City, Arsenal. You know, a lot of people said Arsenal were going to be the closest challengers based on last season and things like that. So how do you think, like, both teams have, you know, faced?
I'm not moved. As much as they moved me last year, both of them.
Hey, still.
Maybe that's why some teams are closer. Like Spurs, Liverpool and Villa and that. You got to mention Villa.
Yeah, definitely. We'll speak about that.
But yeah, it's like a few teething problems from both of them. Like obviously they lost Gundogan, who was massive for them. But that's the main part, really. He was just the way he linked defense and attack for them. Kept that balance in midfield, etc. Whereas now they're still kind of trying to find solutions to losing him. Kovacic, I knew that wouldn't last. So the start of the season, he was doing well, and that I knew that wouldn't continue.
Unreliable, anyway.
Yeah, he does get injured quite a bit, but also he's just not Gundogan.
He's not gonna move the needle.
He's not. Do you get it? So I knew that wouldn't last, and I knew City would have to kind of find another solution. Obviously, Stones, who got injured just recently, doesn't help at all, as we saw today. Akanji tried to do it, and then, it wasn't obviously not the same. So, and obviously, Arsenal, got not a lot of injuries, but injury to Partey, Timber, Jesus. And obviously the left centre mid, like Xhaka, they've lost Xhaka, and there's been like, okay, what do we do now? Like obviously they bought Rice, they've put Havertz there, they've put Vieira there, they've put a few players there. It's not really. So yeah, I feel like they both had their teams last season, and that's why they looked better. And this season, I feel like they're still trying to find solutions. Obviously, they're two very good teams, so they're still going to pick up points in it. But I mean, in terms of the title race, and then compared to last season, they're still going to, like, yeah, they're still, I feel like it's a two teams still trying to find solutions. So, not moved to the, like, they've had good performances and that, but I'm not moved to the point where I'm like, yeah, like, really, really well, and that, no.
Obviously, KDB is still to come back, which is going
to... well, sorry, I forgot about that.
That's going to offer a different dimension. And yeah, like with Arsenal, it's a weird one because obviously they haven't had Partey to, you know, be able to choose from, etc. But he's unreliable as well. But in terms of like the base that they set, you know, both teams really, because it's like City, people are looking at this season like, can City now, like, they have been dominating, but is it a thing where they can just clean up now? Like, do you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I feel like the team that was obviously playing the majority of last season for City, there's been a lot of changes as well, like Mahrez as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, now Pep's doing a change in, like, personnel and, like, playing, like, Foden and Alvarez in midfield and things like that. So it's like, it's kind of expected to see that both teams aren't, like, you know, just showing what they were showing last season in terms of, like, the fluidity factor. But I don't know. From what you've seen, I want to know, like, based on, you know, the start to the season and both teams' results that they've had, are you saying, or has your opinion changed on anything? Or
No.
you don't think anyone is going to be closer? Or, like, what's your thoughts?
Liverpool, I think I fourth. I think they've coped well without the holding midfielder. To be fair, really well.
Because they just had, you know what it is with Liverpool?
They're picking up
gunmen in their attack.
They'll score goals. They'll score goals. Like,
you don't need to
before
worry.
the first goal today, before Salah's first goal, they had 2 disallowed goals, and one was the millimeter thing. Like, they create.
And Nunez.
They create what?
Yeah, the 2.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah. So, like, Nunez scored a goal, but it was basically a goal, bro. Like, it was just they done the millimeter offside thing. And then that was 2, didn't phase them. Whereas if that was us, we'll score 2 offside goals and we'll be like, oh, we needed that to go in.
Literally.
Because now this is ending 0-0.
Yeah.
Those are our 2 chances. You get. So, yeah. And then they went and scored another 3 in it. But yeah. I think obviously when that comes, we're looking at a serious proposition there, innit? They're a serious proposition now. So the only change will be Liverpool be, I think, close to the 2, but I still think that will be the top 2. What order? I'm not too sure still. But
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been impressed with obviously in regards to what I said in terms of the fluidity factor, but just in terms of, like, I haven't really been impressed with this season so far. Like,
what with the top sides or just in general?
In general, you know, like, obviously, I don't know. Maybe it's because United are sucking the soul out of me.
No,
like,
but it
the
got
life out of me. But I'm just a bit like cool. The game Chelsea City, the 4-4, and obviously Spurs. What do you call it? Chelsea were, like, entertaining games, and they have been entertaining games. But just as, like, a whole, I've just been, like, underwhelmed. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like
I'll be like, what I would say is the 3 that have come up, I think that pretty much shows you everything. Like, they've not done anything. Like, I'd say Luton's probably shown the biggest. I know they're on similar points and that, but I just feel like.
So what are you saying? Luton's still staying up for you?
I think they've got the best chance out of them 3. I think Burnley. Yeah. So yeah, that's what. I agree with you. But I think Burnley have been a.
Yeah, all of that passing and stuff.
I think Burnley have been a.
They were talking about Company coming to be the next professor.
No. I think Burnley have been the most disappointing.
He's in the lane of, like, Professor Doofus or something from Phineas and Ferb. He is not, like, bro. Like, he's not even. You know how, like, when Norwich came up and they were playing that nice football. You know what I mean? Moving it through the lines and all of that, Cantwell, all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Bro, Company. It's just sad, innit? Like, there's just not. He's just not working, innit? It's just not working.
Yeah,
I see what they're trying to do in certain games and that.
Yeah, it's not that thing.
It just go back to the Burnley Brexit.
No, he's not gonna do that though. Do you get it? So it's
nice alliteration there though.
And then
he needs to hit that still. I'm telling you, bro, it's not gonna happen for them.
Then I just think Sheffield United, it's not good enough, innit? I think with Luton, at least, like, they've got, like, their game plan, and, like, in some games, with a bit of luck, like with Liverpool, they could have won that game, bro. Do you get it? And yesterday they could have got a point. So it's like, I can see what they're trying to do, even though it's not great. Whereas the other two, I'm just like, bro.
Sheffield United, that's
I just don't see it. They're just not good enough, bro. I don't see what I don't get it. Like,
Cameron Archer, though.
Yeah. No. All three teams. Don't get me wrong. All three teams have players. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all have players. All have players, bro. But yeah.
No, I can't lie. Yeah, it's
so
a
obviously
one.
that's obviously, and then obviously United and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Then
Couple brothers.
I'd say the most impressive probably been Villa.
Yeah, Villa definitely.
Because even Newcastle are like with us and Chelsea.
Yeah.
And then the top sides are like
Spurs.
They're not. Yeah.
Spurs have been
serious.
You know what it is though.
Serious.
Me personally, I've always said that once they lose a couple players, it's just a techie situation.
Well, I think a lot.
It's just a techie situation, really and truly.
A lot of people said like. A lot of people about Spurs were like, oh, so they've come in this league and straight away done their thing and that. And I was like, yeah. When we went to the Palace game and that, and I'm like, oh, they're playing the same team again. And I don't think people realise the importance of that. Like when you can just field the same 11
that's what
week in, week out.
And
it might not, when I say the same 11, like, yeah, Richarlison might come out and Johnson might come in, but that's just one change.
Yeah.
When you can field the core of your side every single week,
you start getting routines, patterns of play.
It is easy to play with. The back four, know how your keeper plays. Your keeper knows how the back four plays. The midfield with the back four. Your fullbacks with your wingers. Like it's just second nature.
It's like ultimate team. The
second,
chemistry.
yeah.
You get it.
Second nature. So I was like, I will be interested to see when that breaks. Obviously, credit to Wolves as well. They were brilliant yesterday, but that's not easy to lose your two centre backs, your left back, your number 10, your best player. So we'll see. We will see. Because that it's not like Maddison's just got injured. Like
Basuma is suspended for the next game.
They're in a United. What we've been dealing with basically. So. And that's as we've seen, it's not been easy in it, but like we'll see.
Yeah, Spurs though, I've liked their footy. Like the teams that I would say have played the best footy this season for me when I've watched in it, because obviously you're not gonna watch every game, but from the games I've seen some nice spells from Arsenal here and there, but nothing that's really. Do you get it? Like I feel like they're doing things in moments, but because their defensive structure is so solid, they're able to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the team, like even City, like I haven't really seen. I put City and Arsenal in the same, but the teams that I've seen kick, Spurs, Chelsea have kicked some nice stuff this season. Still, I'll be real. In that Arsenal game, balling out still, and even like Villa, it's not just that they're getting points on the board. Do you know what I mean, bro?
Dealing with teams at home, especially at home.
They're dealing with teams. Like, man is now scrolling through the fixture list, and I'm looking at
most games at home.
Like, yeah, Villa, Bangkok.
Yeah.
Like, there's no like. Yeah. I'm not even like is this a banana skin or that? Nah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's even for me, not in the same breath, but I'm looking at West Ham like that right now as well. Like, if West Ham are coming up against certain teams, 3 points is looking. If it's not the top 6, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, like obviously, there's always gonna be teams that overachieve, etc. Because like now, I don't know. Maybe it's because Brighton have done so well in the past, but people aren't really speaking about Brighton. Do you get what I mean? So it's like things swing like they swing in roundabouts, bro. But yeah, man, it's a weird season because I'm not as excited and I'm not watching games that this season is, but. Let me just put it down to the fact that maybe we haven't got out of second gear yet for the season, innit?
I feel like this weekend was a...
You like this weekend?
Like, as in, like, it was started...
Arsenal, Burnley.
No, like, as in, like, it was starting to heat up a little bit. Like, as in, like, not necessarily the games, yeah, but,
points,
like...
the way
the table's looking, and then, obviously... Yeah. City would have been 3 points clear if they held on, but they didn't. So it's like
it's tight.
Okay, and then Chelsea showed a little something, and then obviously United played alright yesterday, and then they're the most informed team in the last 5 games and that. So you're like, okay, they're above Newcastle. Everything's a bit closer now, isn't it? So you're thinking, okay, it's starting to heat up a little bit, innit?
Mm.
That's the way seen it after this weekend. So, because before that,
Has anyone disappointed you so far this season that you're just like,
my own team, bro.
no. That's
Outside of that,
a given, innit?
oh,
Did you get what I'm saying? Like
disappointed
you just thought.
me. I don't want to say Brighton, because obviously I knew this was going to happen with Europe, innit? They've not been great recently. Obviously after Old Trafford, innit? I think ever since that game, they've not been great. Not really.
Yeah.
But what I would say, though, has impressed me is Everton.
Yeah.
They've been picking up some big results, bro. I think they went to Brighton and won. They went to West Ham and won. They went to Palace on the weekend and won. Like, they're picking up big results.
And they
like, Calvert-Lewin's playing, like, he's not getting injured so regularly now. Decore is playing a massive part. Nana, balling, brain.
Ghana.
Ghana. Brantford at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'll say Forest. Yeah. Alanga's doing. No. Like, just like I'm watching Forest and I'm like, fair play. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I'm not really looking at the table thinking Forest. Obviously, it's still early in the season, but I'm not really looking at the table thinking, Forest need to be worried or anything like that. Like, I can look at their fixtures and be like, yeah, they'll pick up points here and there. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've got a good squad, bro, and like, I can see them becoming a Premier League side. Do you know what I mean? Like, establishing themselves, like, you know, the Brightons, etc. And they've got the money. They've got the backing behind them. So, like, this start of the season, but like, like, fair play. They beat Chelsea. You know what I mean? Like, they've got a few, you know, nice results under their belt. So, I'll definitely say Forest is like a team where I've been like, I'm watching you guys, like, you know what I mean, doing your thing here and there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I can't lie. United. Now that we've obviously got all the other teams, you know, out of the way. I don't know, bro. I feel kind of like stupid, yeah. But at the same time, like, I feel numb. I'm numb right now to like what's happening. It's mad. Like, for example, I was telling my boy, that when Onana made that save, in Champs, the penalty, that I didn't celebrate. And he was looking at it, he was like,
yeah, you're mad.
Do you get it? He's like, I was celebrating. And I was like, obviously when I gave him my explanation, which I'm going to give now, it makes a bit more sense. I didn't celebrate because I couldn't even believe that situation could even happen in terms of us conceding that late and that being the script. But then the week after, we go and lose anyway. So it's like, United right now, bro, it's like, that's why I'm numb, because I'm just thinking to myself that even the little good that we do, I tell them we're cursed, personally, innit? But the little good we do, I swear down, bro.
No fairs.
Like, even when Maguire got injured in the first minute, and I'm thinking, yeah, man. Obviously, he played on, but that happening in the first 30 seconds or whatever in a game where he goes down on his knees and all of this stuff. And
Fulham?
Yeah, bro. I'm thinking, yeah, man, it's written. It's written in these books, bro, that we're cursed. I'm just thinking right now, that United, I just think this season, it's just full of pain. Like, there's just a lot of pain pending. And I know you, Sanch, you're going to do your little, hold on, you're going to do your analysis and things like that. But right now, I just think, bro, we're just in a dire place, bro. Like, honestly, bro. You know me, like, I'm optimistic. Like, I will keep the faith. But right now, I'm just thinking that everything is just in the worst way possible that it can be. We already know. I don't want to come here and be, bro, explaining and complaining about the infrastructure and the owners and the Glazers and the Ratcliffes and the... Bro, we already know that part of the club is already rotten. But when we talk about the players now, and I'm not gonna, be naive and dispute the fact that obviously it comes down. Do you know what I mean? Like in the workplace, if you had, your leader or a manager, what do you call it? Just performing poorly, bro. You're obviously gonna start taking some of the traits. You might start coming in late. You might start, littering. You might just start, not treating it like, the respect that it should have. And I feel like right now, we already know some cases that are, above surface, but we don't even know half of the cases, bro, that have just, been locked up behind closed doors, bro. I feel like right now, Ten Hag personally I feel so sorry for him. Like, I feel so sorry for him in terms of, as a gaffer, for the simple fact that my man keeps coming out, bro, and saying the routines are not right.
Sorry to interrupt, but do you have something to say on him personally? No, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, do you have something to hit him with personally? Like, has he got any blame to shoulder?
Yeah, he does. He has a lot of blame to shoulder.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, he has a lot of blame to shoulder.
Okay, go on. That's what I want to hear.
Oh,
because I know, bro. I know why you feel sorry for him. Like, I know all of that, but I want to know. Go on, on your gaffer.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, go on.
Listen, personally, I think Ten Hag is the guy, and I actually think, personally, that he can actually do a good job and actually he can mold this club. But I don't feel like he's ever gonna get the opportunity to do that because, as I said, the infrastructure is not built for him. So I think that genuinely, in the long term, bro, things could already have been written, bro, in terms of him not being successful here because he obviously wants to cater to the players we have. But catering to the players we have is always going to be a detriment for you because you can never rely on players at this club that have seen so many managers fall under the bus, bro. So in that shape, it's like I'm looking at Ten Hag like, yeah, man, you're not even going to win a battle that you can't even already start kind of thing. But in terms of him as his own job, bro, he's getting so many things wrong in terms of selection, bro. In terms of personnel. Like me personally, like I can look at a lineup here and say, yeah, I'm not really thinking that player should play. Do you know what I mean? And if that player shuts me up or he performs well, I will be like, yeah, Gaffer got it right. Like, all fall to the people that, were doubting the manager's, selection. But I feel like so many times this season, he's made certain decisions and I'm just like, Gaffer, that's not even making sense.
Like
bringing on Mount against Copenhagen when we were 3-2 up. I just was baffled with that, bro. I'll be real. Starting McTominay in some of the games that he started him in. Like, I hear it, innit? Like, after he scored the 2 goals against Brentford, it's like, yeah, like, especially in a time where you're looking around your dressing room and you're like, bear these guys, man. They can't even step up for the fight. Then you got a player like McTominay that he knows himself that he's been, left in the wilderness in terms of the Gaffer, you're not in these plans, etc. We're trying to, get a fee to get you off. And you're coming off the bench and you're scoring 2 goals. So me being a Gaffer, I'm thinking, yo, like as much as I don't think you're that guy, because clearly I haven't been playing you when I've had a lot of opportunities, but you're fighting for me right now. Like so I'm looking at you like, as much as, you're not really in my plans, who am I going to play? These players that ain't up for the fight. Players that get ran past, like Ericsson. Do you get what I'm saying? Every 24s, he's on the pitch, he's getting ran past, bro. Like, I feel sorry for him when he's on the pitch. And you got Amrabat that genuinely looks, in my opinion, clueless. Like, Amrabat.
Sofian!
Bro, Sofian.
No!
He needs to go. Amrabat.
I've not been that hoodwinked, yeah, in a long time.
Amrabat to Fiorentina, bro. I was telling my boy from the second
hoodwinked
game. Fraud watch.
The hoodwinked,
bro. My man was meant to be coming into United as a player that he's Jeje. He's, you know what I mean? Like, he's calm, you know what I mean? My man is as erratic as they come. People are telling me start Casemiro with Amrabat. That's a dysfunctional pair.
Yeah.
That is a stupid pair to ever, bro.
But back to your lineup point,
Yeah.
I hear it to a certain extent, but I'm not sure. I agree.
Go on.
Like,
what's your thoughts? So you think
no? I've got to go off. But I'm not sitting there. I say I respect the lineups or I like the lineups because I don't like the lineups. But I respect why he's doing it.
Oh, sorry to latch onto your point. Varane is
wait.
absolute joke.
Wait, but why?
Wait.
Why has it taken? What are you saying? This after his midweek performance? Yeah,
not the performance. Just everything about the guy.
Cool. So why has it taken 45 minutes or whatever he played in Denmark here? Why don't you just take in what I say sometimes? Why has it taken you 3 weeks and a performance in Denmark for you to call? Okay, a joke's a bit too far, but for you to look at him and like something not right there.
Not 3 weeks. I'll be honest with you. Remember, we ain't been chopping it up, chop. Bro, trust me, the start of the season, you know me, bro, before I come out of the curtains, and come out of the, you know what I mean? I'm analysing, but I'm still looking at you with side eye. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking in my head, surely you're not going to keep up this rubbish that I'm seeing. You get it? I'm giving you that little grace period that I shouldn't really be given, but as a United fan, it's just always like pattern up, like, are you going to change your ways kind of thing? That's why with Anthony, bro, he can SI. Do you get what I'm saying? So, really and truly, bro.
Wait, say that again. Lamza, I need you to hit this. Say it again.
Anthony can SI. Bro, I give players. I try.
First. No, I know, but you rolled the carpet out of him here once, innit? So
yeah, 100%.
Cool.
Even if man is giving you this, like, oh yeah, let's see what, bro. Even if I think you're jank, man's gonna still be like,
give me the time of day. Yeah,
the time was already finished before I could even. There was no more time. Do you get what I'm saying? But in terms of the selection, going back to that point, like,
So
go on.
At first, I was like, "What's he doing?"
Yes, that's my point. No. Sorry, that's my point. I hear what you were saying about Varane, like injuries and but then when I kept seeing Evans, so it's gonna lead on to your point. When I kept seeing Evans, and I was like, hold on, he keeps talking about routines. That's when I was like, yeah, man. I was like,
no, because at City, let me be honest. At City,
you were like,
the
what's
City game.
Going on
No. When I saw they said Varane weren't playing and Reguilon weren't playing, so I was like, cool, they're injured. Then they were both on the bench. My head was flying. When I say flying, my head hasn't been that gone in a long time. And I was thinking, because these men have basically said they're not fit enough to play. I said, these men have bottled it in the Manchester derby. My head was gone. Then I was saying, I failed to believe Ten Hag's done that. Then obviously, as the weeks have gone on, my man done it. And he's sticking by it. One thing is playing Evans and Maguire and that cool. Evans got injured, Varane's played, and then even yesterday, he said, no. Lindelof will come in.
Yeah.
Even though he was ill for the week.
Yeah.
That's why I've been going back and forth on Twitter. People talk about favoritism and that. Talking about, what were you saying? Routines and that, going away from his principles and that. If he was going away from his principles, you just play Varane and Maguire, because he doesn't. He wants a better left-footed footballer or a better footballer on that left-hand side. If he was going away from his principles, you'll just stick Varane there. But he's not. He simply just wants
a better
what he wants there as a left centre half. Do you get it? And then he stopped with Johnny Evans, stuck with McTominay, stuck with Eriksen, brought Bruno back into number 10. I think he's got there eventually. But I was like, you know what, fair play. And I at this point in time, I hear it. You know I can't stand Lindelof, bro. But yesterday, I was like, bro, I love it. I love this. I love what my man's doing. Literally. And at this point in time, I don't see what else he can do. And people are saying, he bought Mason Mount and this, that and the other. I get that point. But I love it. I love it that he's benching, man. That he's benching Mason Mount. Yeah, he's bought him. That was his signing. Yeah, but he's still benching him. I love it, bro. There's no divine right for my man to play, bro. Because he's bought him. Yeah. He's bought Sofiane too. I've read reports that he wants Sofiane. He wants Sofiane permanently, and no one else at the club wants him permanently. My man didn't start for the last 3-4 games. I don't remember the last time Mount started. I'm thinking, yeah, I love this, bro. Man's dying on his sword. I respect it. So, yeah. See how it goes. And I'm sure when players come back fit, it will fall into line. But at the minute, I'm taking it, bro. Like yesterday, Eriksen got injured. He didn't bring on Sofiane. He was like, no, we'll go for it, bro. Mason Mount on and McTom. I was like, yeah, calm. Like, ever recently, I've been agreeing with every single one of man's decisions, bro.
Swear.
Yeah, every single one, bro.
Yeah, I haven't been agreeing with him, but in hindsight, he's made me, like...
Understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's made me deep while he's making certain decisions, like the Evans one. I'm about not starting is self-explanatory. The guy looks like he ain't got a clue right now. Like,
I need to come off Twitter, bro.
I'm still willing to obviously give him some time, yeah.
Nah.
But wait, let me finish. I'm still willing to give him some time, yeah. But I already think his race is already run.
Yeah. It's done. I mean? It's done. Like if
if
we sign my man permanently, I'll be shocked.
So that's what I'm saying. So when I say that I put him on forward watch, that's because I'm already like I've already
not moved.
It's already come to
to light.
That yo
alarm bells.
Where are we going? You get what I'm saying? So for me, I think his race is already run. Eriksen's race has been ran. Like we cannot.
And like you said, like a lot of. I think because we're United and that, and people love the banter and that, and people love to say, "Oh, what's your gaffer doing?" and all of this and that. Like, bro, we started the team yesterday. That was probably our best team that we could have put out. Yeah, that's without our starting 2 centre backs, a starting left back. Wamby was injured. You could say he's a starting right back. So our whole starting back line wasn't available. Our starting holding midfielder. You'd say Mount would start. Yeah, you'd agree with that? If Casemiro was there, then that was that. The rest of the team probably the same. It's like 6 players, bro. That should. It makes a world of a difference, bro. Luke Shaw to Reguilon, Lindelof and Evans to Lisandro Martinez, McTom or Eriksen to Casemiro and Mason Mount. Obviously, Wamby and I don't think Varane are that much of a loss in terms of the way I rate Maguire and Dalot and Wamby are, you know. But them 3, especially with their replacements as well. One thing's losing them, but then the other thing is the 3-man replacing them. It just makes a world of a difference, bro. And obviously they were massive for us last season, not just as players, but in build-up, going forward. Luke Shaw, Casemiro gets a goal here and there, keeps the midfield, you know, in place and that. And Martinez obviously at the back on the ball. Like,
so what's your thoughts on? Because there's been this cry to drop Bruno and Rashford. What's your thoughts? What's your take on that? Chat to me. Why?
It's our best two players.
So you don't think
like obviously like people like it's back to this favoritism chat. Like let's get this straight, bro. It's not bro, football like people don't like bro, this is football we're talking about here, yeah? Like these are two players where you're however bad they play, taking them off the team isn't going to make it any better, bro. So you drop Bruno and then you're going to play who? And you know I've got my question marks about Bruno Fernandes. I've always will. But I respect that the job he does for the team. And go on, we drop Bruno. What is your rebuttal to that? Or drop Rashford. What is your rebuttal to that? There isn't one, bro. And then on top of that, there are our best two players. It's not like Varane. It's not like who else has he dropped? No one really, but it's not like Varane or Dallo and Wambi where you can replace one with the other and you're like, cool. They're our most attacking threat, bro. Without them on the field, it's difficult. Like, and I get calls if they're playing poorly, like. But at the majority of the time, Rashford's not really played that poorly. I think it's more been like the last bit, like on the ball and that. His when he's got it and stuff, he's been alright. But it's that final bit, obviously that final finish, that final thing. But he's always a threat. Bruno's always a threat because he's always trying something, So the calls, I like if someone was calling for that, like, you know what, I kind of hear it on the lowest of keys, but nah, not for me, bro. Like, not them players especially. Like, he's a bit like with Lissandro and Casemiro too. Like, obviously Lissandro and that is a defender, so it's different. If you're playing poorly, you're costing us goals. Do you get it? But it's like, who you gonna bring in? Whereas you see with Varane, you're costing us goals. You're not playing well enough. And Maguire isn't playing, but like, it looks like he's got his act together in it. So you're like, I'd rather play Maguire.
But then, what's your thoughts about whether or not they're your best players? The manager still has to set standards, and the manager, whether or not it can be a detriment in the short term. What about the long term? Yeah, I'm asking you what.
Nah, not with your best players, bro. I think you've seen in football. You gotta understand and you gotta respect. There's credit in the bank, bro. Like, you see what Rashford done for Eric last season. So Eric, rightfully so, is trying to squeeze that back out of him. And you see what Bruno done for Eric last season too, and he's trying to squeeze that back out of him. But you've also got to understand Bruno's been stuck out wide. You've also got to understand Bruno's my man's captain. So when shit's going left, I'm gonna expect my gaffer to count on his captain that he chose to be his captain, that he stripped off another team's member, by the way. Do you get it? So Bruno less so. But Rashford, I understand and respect that he's trying to go try to squeeze that out of Rashford again, because he was our best player. He scored 30 goals for us last season. So I understand and respect that. And the players got to understand and respect that. And I'm sure the players in the dressing room understand that Rashford is the best player in the dressing room. So I don't see, and it's facts. There's certain rules for others and other rules for others, bro. It's simple as that. But then the players come in, but that goes show why we're not there yet. Because the players behind him, I'd rather play the Rashford that's performing right now than the players that will come in. Because yeah, if Anthony was firing on all cylinders and doing the madness on the right wing, I can sit here and say, okay, maybe try Garnacho. But my man's not doing that on the right wing. Then Garnacho's, I think, in the last two starts, and even yesterday, I think he performed well from the start, which we were questioning him for. Yeah. I think he's performed good. And until Copenhagen turned it around, I was saying, hey, Garnacho on Wednesday really impressed me. That I thought it was really, really good. But you're gonna be like, okay, bring in Garnacho, but then Anthony on the other side. So you'd rather play Garnacho there on the right or Rashford on the right, which he's been doing, and then there's no one else to replace Rashford anyways. So I would rather try squeeze something out of Rashford than play these guys that are not performing anyways, bro. They're performing worse than Rashford. So it's not really a thing where I'm like, yeah, why is he doing this when Thingy's playing blinders? It's like if Eric was playing Varane now and starting Varane and he's not playing well enough and Maggie is, then cool. What are you doing? But that's not the case on the left wing with Rashford. And it's not the case with Bruno either. And on top of that, they're your best players. Stuff like that happens, bro. They're going to go through bad runs of form. Rashford basically got Ten Hag what he got him in this first season, so he's gonna count on him, bro. I don't see no problem with that. They're best players, bro, not fringe players. Best players.
My thing is, 'cause I was getting called out for not speaking on Bruno. My thing is, yeah, I will talk about Bruno needing to do more and criticize his game, etc. But obviously, the same breath that, you know, certain players are given like excuses for being out of position and things like that and playing every game. Bruno never gets that, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? That's cool. You know what I mean? But the reality still is the reality. My man is always playing out of position and he's always playing every game. But people will talk about Saka's playing too many games, he's gonna get burnt out, or this player's playing too many games. Fam, like, playing any games, age or not, bro, you can still it can still be a detriment in the long run. You can still, you get what I'm trying to say, which is,
I just think
and another thing is, yes, I am not gonna give Bruno as much heat as I will give a player like McTominay, like a player like, you know, Lindelof, a player like all these players that are in the side, bar Rashford, really and truly, and more time maybe Casemiro and Licha, if we're talking about in the last 18 months. Like, I will obviously give players like McTominay and, you know, the vast majority.
This is what I'm saying.
I will give them heat rather than giving guys like
But
Bruno.
that's what I'm saying.
And if you want to call that being biased, or you want to call that, that's fine.
No,
I
but
don't
that's
mind.
what. But
then logic still states that these players that I'm not giving as much heat to have done more than the players that like. But that's what I asked you that question,
that's what I'm saying.
Though.
That's the gaffer's thinking too.
But that's
and that's fine. That's just. I think he's well within his remit to think like that, bro. Like, if Martinez has performed well for 10 months and he drops 2 mistakes in 2 weeks after them 10 months, you ain't gonna drop him, bro. But obviously, if it's Maguire, you ain't got credit in the bank, bro. So why you can't be making these mistakes? That's why Maguire, who hasn't put a foot wrong since Brentford, which was at the start of October, there's been 5 games since, and he's been man of the match for like the majority of them. Now he's back in the team to the point where my man starting centre back last season is out of the team. Do you get it? And that's when you're not in the team, that's what you have to do. Perform the way Maguire has, because you can't drop mistakes. That's just football, that's life. You're not in the team. My man doesn't rate you. He wanted to sell you. I actually do think he rates him, but he just thought, you're my 4th choice, you're not in my plans, I can get a bit of P for you, I'm going to sell you, but I do rate you. But you're not better than Varane and Martinez. But this year, I think he's shown him, like, okay, I rated you, but you're moving the needle now, bro. I'm seeing a different side to you. Because I see him come out in press conferences and he's describing what he loves, what Maguire's doing, as in like moving the ball quicker, the diags, his defensive actions, and the way he's naming it in the press conference. I'm thinking, raw. Like, I feel when he's talking, I'm like, yeah, you're moved.
And you know what's funny about it? That Maguire taking too long, yeah. Do you remember?
Yeah. Do you get it, bro? So I'm thinking he's looking there and he's like, raw. This guy's not taking long on the ball, like. Do you get it? And to the point where
this guy's enjoying this Maguire.
yeah, we're back up. We're back up. We're back up. But you get it, bro. But that's just life, bro. That's football and that's life. If you're not in the team, it's because you're not doing something right or my man doesn't rate you. If you come back into the team and you make 2 mistakes, you're dropped. Straight. Martinez, if he's in the team, he's bought you, he rates you, he loves you. The same 2 mistakes, you're not getting dropped. You're going to get given the benefit of the doubt. That's football. I've always thought football like that. So, when it's Rashford and Bruno, I don't get why everyone's up in arms. That's just how it is. They're our best 2 players. They're our best 2 outlets. Still with it. That's just how it is. Get dropped.
Just the way it is.
Get dropped. Oh, for who?
Things
Go
will
on,
never
tell me
be
who.
the same.
Whereas if you tell me Varane should get dropped, for who? Maguire. Wambi should get dropped, for who? Dallo. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Mount should get dropped, for who? McTominay, Ericsson. Cool. Anthony should get dropped, for who? Pelestri. Cool. Not only am I naming you meaty ballers to get them replaced by guys that are playing better than you. Do you get it? I'm naming you the 2 best players on our team. There are 2 best players.
You know how it goes, right?
So,
listen, and on that note, that's another video on Feel the Play TV. Yeah, man, we had a bit of therapy there at the end of United. You know, it always hits different, man. But yeah, we just want the best for our team. But right now, it's just techie times, man. I feel like every United fan, every time, bro, I be meeting a lot of United fans, bro, at work and things like that, yeah. And bro, like, as soon as it's like a mutual thing, like, oh, you're a United fan, it's always like oh, bro. Like, you know them ones, it's always like I know what you're going through, bro. Like, I hear you, man. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But hey, we'll be back, man. We will be back. We will be there. You know what I mean? But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure your notification bells are on so you know when we drop our latest vid. And yeah, man, we'll be back with another video sooner than you think, man. Peace.